you a da'if hadith. We will show you the strong one. Like, you see, this is strong hadith. Sahih. So, this man, he came to Muhammad. He told him a story. Muhammad, he copied the story, and now the story is part of Islam. Look at this story. This is Sahih Muslim. Narrated to me from the hadith from the messenger of Allah, etc., 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 and then, you know, blah 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 blah. But let me read, you know, go to where the story starts really. Muhammad suddenly, after he heard the story from this man, he said, "Everybody stay in your place, stay in place." Okay, why? Allah Messenger know best, he said. By Allah, I have not made you assemble for extortion or by warming, but I have detained you here for Tamim ad-Dari, a Christian who came to the Prophet to accept Islam. This person, he want to save his ass from being killed. So he decided to be a hypocrite and told Muhammad, I want to be a Muslim. And now he gave Muhammad a story. And the story is involving Muhammad. He told me anything which agree with what I was telling you. About what? About him being a prophet. About the Dajjal. That's him. He narrated to me that he had sailed in a ship along 30 men from Bani etc. And then he been tossed by the waves and for, you know, in the ocean for a month. And then the waves took them to near an island, and the ocean stopped them there by the sunset. And there they found a beast. Her name is a Jassasa. She is a woman. You cannot notice which her face, which her ass, because she is covered by hair, totally like a bear. And the story go on and go on. So Muhammad, he took the story from this guy, and according to the story, a Dajjal was exist in the time of Muhammad. A Jassasa told them, this beast, go to the monastery. There's a monastery. A Dajjal, he lived in a monastery, and he was chained by a chain from his legs and his hands, and he was flying in the air. Read carefully. And then when they went there to the monastery, he found a well-built person there with his hands tied to his neck and having iron shackles between his two legs up to the ankles. We said, we upon thee, who are you? And he said, you would soon come to know about me, but tell me, who are you? That this Dajjal, who is supposedly going to claim to be the Christ, who can tell you what you hide according to Muhammad. You do not know who those guys. You do not know. According to Muhammad, this guy, he can tell you even the unseen. We said we are people from Arabia, and it's, I mean, you can read the story. And the Dajjal, he asked him if Muhammad became a prophet or not. So Muhammad, he took the story, he put it, he published it. Every Muslim now believe it. He did not check the guy. Do you have witnesses? Where is the 30 men who was with you? Do you have one witness? Just because the guy, he said that the Dajjal asked about you, Muhammad, he accept the story, and the story is a true story. And the funny is, this guy is asking about people of Gog and Magog, if they pass by Tabaraya or not. He's asking about the Euphrates River. So a Dajjal is exist in the time of Muhammad, and soon he is going to come out. Look what it says here. He said to them, he informed them about the lake of Tabaraya. We said, which aspect do you want to know? He said, there is water in it. They said, yeah, there's a lot of water, man. Thereupon he said, oh, okay, I think it would be soon become dry. Soon. Do you see the word? So Muhammad is a stupid. Soon the lake of Tabaraya will become dry. And then why? Why is going to become dry? Because Gog and Magog will walk by it, and they will drink all the water. Soon. My friend, the one who keeps saying, can you give me a source? Can you give me source? Can you give me source? I mean, don't you see we have a topic? Are you a kid? What's wrong with people? At least let me finish what I'm saying, and then I say, anyone have a question? And then you give me the question. Use your brain for a second. I'm reading in the screen. Do you think I'm going to look at the chat even? Unbelievable. So he said, inform me about the lake of Tabaraya. We said, okay, what do you want to know? Does it have water? Yes, it have water. Soon is going to be dry. He again said, inform me about the spring of Zakar. They said, which aspect you want to know? He said, the chain person, there is water in it. Look, there is connection between the water and Gog and Magog and Muhammad, you know, at the end of the time. It does irrigate the land. We said, yes, there's a lot of water in the Zakar. This, what the heck? And then he said, inform me about an illiterate prophet. What has he done? We said he has came out of Mecca and he has settled in Yathrib in Medina. He said, do the Arab fight against him? We said, yes, and he deal with, like, you know, did he deal with them? He says, yeah, they overcome with him. Thereupon he said to us, this is really actually happened? They become Muslims, all of them? He said, yes. Then he said, thereupon he says, if so, that is better for them. Imagine that the guy, his name is Ad-Dajjal, which means the liar, is advising people to follow Muhammad. Have you ever, this is why Muhammad is stupid. I mean, shouldn't you ask yourself how you call the guy the Dajjal, which means the biggest ever liar, and then the Dajjal is saying you should follow Muhammad? Do you understand my point? How we are saying this guy is the most evil, the most liar, the most deceiving, the most scary, and now he is saying, yeah, good for them. Imagine I say Joe Biden is the most evil idiot man, and then I say to you, oh, they are following him, good for them, good for them. But what the heck? They are doing the right thing. The Dajjal himself is advising people to follow Muhammad. That is telling you who's Muhammad then. He must be a Dajjal too. And then they say they should know, and they should be obedience to him. Not only he said follow them, the better for them. No, they should be obedience. I'm going to tell you about myself. I am the Dajjal, and I would be soon permitted to get out soon. If we go back to the Quran, now we understand what an ear he is mean. He is an ear. The guy, he just told him the story 15 minutes before the prayer. He heard the story from the man. He went to the high location so he can speak to the Muslims, and he started telling them the story as the guy he just told him, and he took it for granted. And soon the Dajjal, he would get out. How soon? Soon. The same as the chapter of Al-Qamar where it says the moon split asunder and the judgment day is near. Actually, it doesn't say near. It says دانت الساعة وانشق القمر. which is a poetry taken from Imru al-Qais, exactly as it is. He put it in the Quran. Imru al-Qais, he saw a beautiful woman, he liked her, so he say when she come in the night, she is like the sky is split and the moon come cleft asunder with the light. Muhammad took the poetry and he put it as it is in the Quran. And this is the additional proof that Muhammad is a fraud. If we go and the Muslim, they delete it just to fight, you know, the proof. Any book in the Middle East posting the poetry of Imru al-Qais, it's forbidden to be sold. Forbidden totally. This is the poetry of Imru al-Qais. Beautiful poetry. The verse taken as it is. Muhammad, he changed only one word. Instead of danat, he added tarabat, which is way, danat is way more strong. You can compare it with the Quran. And then he took the second part. ناعس الطرف بعينيه حور فرماني فتعاطف عقر فتركني كهشيم المنطق. I mean, the whole poetry become a Quran. And the list goes on. If we go right now, let me open the Quran so we can compare and we can laugh. We will go to the chapter of the moon. Let us read it and laugh together. Until now, we don't have any text from any Muslim. I will check my Skype again to see if there is anyone. Where is the Qamar? All right. Compare. Let me take a screenshot. I need to find a better program can display the like, you know, the text as it is without, you know, like, you know, when you open it in the computer, it have like a big frame which will not allow me to show. Let us see how we can do that. I can't even make it smaller with this stupid thing. And if we put it here, we will lose. Okay, let's see. All right, this is the best we can do, what we can do. Compare between the image you see in the top and this line here. Let me line it up for you again. I will change the color, make it a blue. There's only one word changed. Here it says اقتربت in the Quran. Here it says danat. which is way more strong as an Arabic word to use. Exactly the same sentence. And then the rest of the chapter, you know, full of verses. Muhammad, he took it from everywhere. And this is why they call him an ear. But there is the verse today we are going to talk about is none of those actually. This is just like introduction to you to show you how this man, he is nothing but a thief. And he's a silly thief. Stupid. This is why they keep saying to him, we heard this before, we know that before. The Quran is not a poetry. The Arabic poetry is way, you know, it's very strong. Like if you read this guy, Imrul Qais poetry, it's so beautiful. You read the Quran, it's so silly, so stupid. And let us show you some example. Actually, any verse in the Quran, and I change any Muslim, to show me one statement in the Quran is not stupid. In Arabic, in a grammar, in everything. But let us go and see this one. They ask Muhammad, how many are they, the 7 sleepers? I mean, they just told you the 7 sleepers, you idiot. Why Muhammad don't dare to say there are 7? Anyone can help us think about it? Why? They told him how many there are, the 7 sleepers. Any Muhammadan can tell us, help us? They told him how many there are, the 7 sleepers. I remember once in the month of Ramadan, they have a program in Saudi Arabia, TV. They ask a question in the street. If you answer the question, you get 1 ounce of gold. As simple as that. So the question was, air condition New York. Air condition what? York. What is the name of the air condition? The Abdul, he think air condition York. What the name of the air condition? Okay, time is up. Next person. Nobody knows. I mean, he just told you the name. He just told you air condition New York. What is the air condition name? So imagine I say to you air condition Mitsubishi. What is the name of the air condition? Still you do not know. And obviously this program is paid by the company to promote their air condition. So they will give an ounce of gold for a few people in the program, whoever answer, which very easy, stupid question. Air condition York, what is the name of the air condition? Is it like, is it two split or 1 unit? You know? So this is Muhammad. They came to him, they say, in the 7 sleepers, how many they are? Muhammad here, he is being smarter. Somebody is asking what is the name of CP channels. He is in my channel. He's asking what is the name of my CP channel. All right. Lord have mercy. Because they accused him that he is a hearer already, and his smell is all over the place, that he copies stories as it is. So now Muhammad decided to be smarter. They told him the 7 sleepers. He thought maybe they are tricking him. Maybe they are not 7. So what he do? Read carefully. Some they say, this is Allah is talking supposedly. Allah is answering the question. What is the question? The 7 sleepers, how many there are? The 7 sleeper, how many there are? And Muhammad now is afraid to answer based on what he knew, because they will get him busted. And remember, they accuse him already that he is an earring. He's an ear. The guy, he whatever he hear, he put it. So now to avoid the embarrassment, he come with a solution which is going to expose him more. Some they say, actually, if you read the Arabic, by the way, you will see how stupid the Quran. سيقولون ثلاثة. What do you mean? Say? They will say 3. They did not say. They will say, what do you mean they will say? They will say 3 and their dog is number 4. Translation says, some say that no. They will say. See, this is anyone who speak Arabic. The first letter here, sin. This is the scene of al-mustaqbal, which means so for something will happen in the future. So Muhammad is preparing himself for the poo-poo. If he give them the number, they will say, oh, they are 3 and their dog is number 4. Oh, they are 4 and their dog is number 5. So read with me carefully how Muhammad he try. Let us see if we change the translator. Hold on. What will happen? This is Hilali, Muhammad Hilali, and Muhammad Khan. Let us see another idiot. Which one? Khattab. See, I just changed the translator randomly. Do you see the translation here? Some will say, not some say. There's a huge difference. Some will say. So Muhammad preparing himself for the outcome of the number he will give, because they will say they are 3 and their dog is number 4. Others, they will say, oh, they are 4 and their dog is number 5. But look at this stupid chapter which is coming from God. So some will say they are 3 and their dog was the 4th, and this is a mistake in Arabic, horrible mistake. Even in English, you don't say and the dog is number 4. You don't say 3 men and the dog is number 4. You say 3 men and 1 dog. You don't count the dog as number 4, not in Arabic, not in any language. And the word dog, by the way, have a different story, because the Quran did not come with dog. It was kali'ahum, not kalbahum. And even Muslim scholars agree that the real word is not kalbahum, which means a dog. It was kali'ahum, because all of us, we knew that dog in Islam is something dirty. So how come now the dog is a good guy? So the real story in the 7 sleepers, that there is a 70 Christians been discriminated, and the angel of God was guarding the cave. Not a dog. Imagine there's a king chasing them, and the dog will stop the king and his army. A little dog. This is why you see the Quran saying, "Basitun dhira'ayhi," his 2 arms is open. Dogs don't have arms, they have 4 legs. So he opened his wings to cover them, protect them in the cave. This is what the story is. And this is a story exists in the Christian culture, and this is a fiction story, even though some people, they take it seriously. So Mr. Muhammad, the hearer, he took the story, he messed up the story. There's no dog, there's an angel. And this is a story very well known, very famous in the Middle East. Even there is an area where people used to go and do what is called the pilgrimage, you know, to the cave. This is how naive people, they believe in anything. This is a story written by a Christian man about, you know, like don't worry, be happy. Today you are discriminated, tomorrow things will be better. This is not a real story. Muhammad, he took it, he put it in the Quran. And then the story changed from 7 sleepers and their angels to nobody knows how many and their dog. And this is the Muslim drawing. And for sure, the Abdul, they sleep differently from the Christians, as you know. And you know, the funny is that all the miracles, which is amazing miracle, they happen only with the Christians. I mean, why there is no one miracle even with the companion of Muhammad? The Quran, the Hadith confirm that the disciple of Jesus, they have tons of miracles. Those are not even disciple of Jesus. God himself want to protect them, just because they believe in Jesus. If you remember, there's a